Alright, Lanta, so currently it's the 5th of the month, and with that we have a new set of gates of Oblivion Quest to tackle, in this case stage 126 all the way to stage 130. And with stage 130, we do get 25 additional spirit orbs. And of course, since we did get a Chad last month, there's none this month, but I guess the 25 orbs make up for it, and we also are getting 50 extra medals next month when we do acquire our next Senkaimon Chad. With that said though, at stage 126, Killer effect times 3, Captain affiliation damage times 3. We are going against Technique attribute holos. Ideally, we want to bring a Captain character here with Holo Killer. The best character, of course, I assume this stage is designed for, is the most recent Fierce Battle version of Shinsui. Although we're not going to bring because I don't like bringing the most ideal characters. Instead, why not? Let's bring Nini. She's a good character, right? For the most part. Finally got to test her out again in Guild Quest content, and she has been an absolute beast to use in Guild Quest. At least she's really good in there, right? Oh, I need to turn off my my auto. So obviously the one thing with Nini, right, is that she is a gauge character with a very low damage output unless the gauge is active. So when we activate it right now, we have like crazy DPS. Unfortunately, she doesn't have any built-in recharge. And that kind of sucks a tad bit, I'll be honest. And right now we're messing up. We're wasting the gauge effect. But we did test her when the character first came out. She's an absolute beast in Guild Quest, man. Insane damage numbers she can dish out in that mode. And right now, with the most recent Fierce Battle Shinsui, I've been able to clear the GQ in like 45 seconds. 45 seconds remaining, so might not be the best traditional character, but she is still really good in Guild Quest at the very least. Let's go ahead and use the Soul Bomb though. It's a cool Soul Bomb. Let's dodge out the way and then finish up with the 3. Never mind, we got weakened. Luckily, though, we actually do inflict burn, so it wasn't too bad, right? Honestly, I really like this character, but at the same time, I'm still a tad bit disappointed they held back a bit. Usually, Burn the Witch banners are absolutely crazy. They definitely held back with Nini and Noelle. But the hope is this year, in 2024, we can get a swimsuit Nini and Noelle at least sometime in June, right? That would be really, really sick right before a new anniversary, 9th anniversary. In this case though, stage 126 cleared in 52 seconds. Very bad clear time, but we aren't really trying to speedrun any of these. Stage 127 is a lock stage, so we have to bring someone careful here. Someone that I don't intend to use anymore. As always though, if we did ever do want to use them, we can always go back and reclear the quest. In this case though, we do want to bring a speed character with Quincy Killer, as the final boss is a power character. And I assume this is designed for the recent Tosha that we did get in October. But the question is, do I have anyone that I can use for this quest? So of course the 2 ideal characters here I've already used. They've already been locked off. Apparently we already had 3 stages where we want to bring a speed Quincy Killer. That's fine though. Instead we're just going to bring a speed character. Should be relatively easy. In this case, who do we want to use that we don't mind getting locked? I guess I'm going to go with Mila Rose. Why not, right? We have plenty of speed characters. Speed is absolutely stacked. Again, if I ever do need Mila Rose, I will go ahead and clear the stage with another character. But I am a Mila Rose fan, so I don't mind getting a use out of her right now. Now, she is SP level 10, so we should be, for the most part, we are one-shotting. Surprisingly, the speed enemy was the one that got kept alive. 1 strong attack per wave looks to be the deal here. We can work with that. It's not too bad. We're clearing a tad bit slow, but again, until this tower if it ever does complete, which I doubt it ever will, the whole idea is that it's just going to keep going, right? If it ever does complete, though, and we actually get an official clay time on our profile, I will then go back and do all the stages. But man, will that be absolutely long to go through? Like 100+ stages trying to speedrun? We'd be here for hours. We'd be here for hours. So Uryu is our next antagonist, our next foe. Let's use the Soul Bomb. Absolutely slam dunks. We applied the lacerate and the weakened defense, and then we finished up with a little save. 42 seconds, stage 127, not too bad. Mila Rose is now sealed, but for now, I'm okay with it. Onwards to stage 128. In this case, we want to bring a Mind No Affiliation killer. We can't bring Espadas, but we can bring Aranka characters. So this stage is specifically designed in mind with Underwives, the new one. In this case, though, I mean, it should be relatively easy, right? Just bring a Mind character that isn't Espada. These are our options. I would like to think most of these characters here, besides these 2, should be able to easily clear this stage. But it is definitely a tad bit limited, to be fair. In my case, since we're in the Swimsuit Spirit, let's go ahead and actually use Swimsuit Nelio. She does inflict drain, so in case we do take damage, we can play it safe and just heal back up the full stamina, assuming we can inflict stat elements here. We aren't getting a killer effect, but we are at least getting the extra bonus damage from being a Aranka character. But we are at the very least getting the bonus damage from being a Mind character, which should be good enough. Although, to be fair, I've not really worked on this character, only SP level 1. I think we'll clear, but we're going to clear very slow. And unironically, Don Kanoji and Picaro are one of the worst bosses to go against, because when they do use their Soul Bomb, they apply the debuff, right? Then again, actually, our damage output isn't too bad. Let's flash strip away. We'll let it play out because I absolutely love this soul bomb. Such a clean soul bomb, and we unfortunately took all the hits. I'm not gonna lie, I really do wish that Don Kanoji was better. You know, I had him 5-5. I used special move sources on him. At the time, I had to because I got a 3-1. Definitely wasn't the smartest thing to do, but at the time, he was okay, despite his bad strong attack here. But, you know, considering that, like, 3 months later, 6th Anniversary Aizen came out, yeah, he didn't really live the best, right? Let's flash step away. We took a hit, that's fine, though. We are now officially debuffed, and we're burnt. But we can give back up the full stamina, assuming we can inflict the stat element. Might be a while, though. Hopefully, we can kill before he does decide to use his soul bomb again. Getting there. Unfortunately, no stat element proc yet. We don't have an increased chance to do so, so I wasn't really expecting it. 2 more strong attacks should be fine, though. There we go. Next 2 bosses shouldn't be too bad, but this might be an issue because, again, our lack of range here is kind of bad. So what we're going to have to do is, like, use our SA3 right before the boss is going to activate their soul bomb. Let's use the 1. Let him attack us. 3. And then flash step away. There we go. That's how you do it. I have T20 there, but I don't think I've given a long stride. It would have been actually a lot more beneficial if we done that. But look at the status procs that we're not getting. Like, we've used so many strong attacks and we are not proccing any status elements. But last up is Rukia. Luckily this time that we have our soul bomb, so we can actually do that. So we might as well get her to below 50% and then we'll use our summon from afar. We'll use our 3 now. Then the 1 and then 2. And then now we get to use our soul bomb. So let's Nats. Back step away, then soul bomb. There we go. Now you flash step away. We should be fine. Nice and easy. Back. We'll not even back up the full stamina. Okay. That's surprising. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I was expecting to go back up to full stamina. Not the best character to use here, but still cleared it with relative ease. Besides the 1 attack that we had to take from Don Kanoji. Stage 128 cleared. 1 minute and 29 seconds. Not too bad. Let's move on to stage 129. And in this case, it's another lock stage. In this case, we also want to bring a range character or a melee character with Marauder. We want to bring a Sorpa character with a Ranka Killer. In this case, they definitely wants to bring Rangiku. Again, I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and do a ranged Ranka Killer. And let's see what we are working with here. As always, whenever you can bring Rangiku, you can bring Aizen. We've basically been doing that all week in Limit Breaker. In this case, though, are there any swimsuit characters we can bring? Because that seems to be the pattern that we are doing today, right? I mean, technically there is, but I'm not bringing that right too. And in this case, we're bringing one of my favorite seasonal characters of all time. Like, I absolutely adore this character's outfit. It looks so good in Siphon. And visually, this character's pretty cool too. But she always played really nice too when she first came out, right? And even long after, unfortunately, I just realized that SA2 is it's a melee attack, right? And that SA1 I completely missed. But the Storm was good for her. We'll showcase that in a minute when we get to it. Oh, let's get out of the way. And truth be told, this probably wasn't the best character to bring here, considering that we are a power character. Final boss is a speed character. But I did get a use out of her even long after she became, like, technically irrelevant, because she was at least good in Gilchrist as the team booster. Finish up with the 1. So it looks like it's taken us a minute to get through 1 stage here. No idea if we are immune to ban or not. I wouldn't assume we are, but let's not take the risk. We are using a lot of full stamina damage abilities here. And I believe we have weakened defense in the Sobum. So when we do use our Sobum, it will allow us to do more damage. Maybe I had double weakened defense on, because I do remember using her in the hard GQ when that first came out. It didn't go too well, I'll be honest. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Unfortunately, there's another wave. Okay. And that SA3 has such a weird, like, delay to it. When you use your SA3, you're kind of stuck in place for, like, an extra half a second. Weirdly noticeable. All right, so here we go. Let's use our SA1. And then let's use our 2. We might actually die here, to be honest. Let's go and use our Summon now. That applied weakened defense, and we kind of messed up here, I'm not going to lie. Let's back up, SA3, and then flash step away. There we go. Flash step forwards. Unfortunately, took a hit. Nice and easy. You know, they were going to remake some seasonal characters. Instead of remaking the Tosha moment that we got, I would much prefer they remake this Soifon, and also Yoruichi. And for our final stage, we are going against Sorpa Captains. We can only bring a Quincy affiliation character, and they do want to be a hard character with also Sorpa Killer. A lot of lock stages this time around. I'm not sure that's the norm, but I've weirdly noticed it. So let's look at options. Yeah, this is going to be super easy. Lucky for us, we have access to some like really good Quincy characters, right? Like obviously this stage is designed for Menina, but we just don't need her, right? Misaki and also Kyoge will actually make quick work of this stage. In my case, let's go ahead and use Misaki. Kyoge will be too easy. Just to save myself time too, because my set, I don't have a Chappy build set up, so we're just going to go with this build right here, like an SP build, right? It's good enough as is. It'll work for what we want to do, considering that we're already getting a good amount of buffs anyway. Namasaki's quite worked on. She is level 10 at attack and also extra attack too, so you can see there. Good amount of damage. What's the strong attack damage saying though? Not super crazy, but we do get the shield and we can flash step away. We actually dodge that. Nice and easy with Misaki. Still a bit butthurt. I'm not going to lie that we didn't get a new Misaki, but that can always happen in the future. Again, right now, in regards to like new 1000 other characters, by far the most disappointing thing is how they just skipped over a bunch of core 1 characters. Lucky for us though, this Retsu isn't using a sub bomb, but since they have shown that they don't mind doing 2 character banners, whether it's mid-month or end of month, we could easily get like a really cool and good 2 character banner with Misaki and also Ishin. Let's go ahead and use the sub bomb though. And Loki, what I'd be most excited about a remake with Misaki, almost died there. Wow. Should have used my SA2 beforehand. Is, you know, the Sobom itself, it's a good Sobom. Obviously reflects the scene pretty well. But the atmosphere isn't there, right? It's not as dark as it was in the anime. And we can see in the 8th anniversary White Sobom is that they can get the atmosphere very, very good. They can get it right. So that's going to be the thing I'm most looking forward to with Misaki whenever we do get a remake. Hopefully they make her an SP character. But the Sobom, even though it's going to be the exact same thing, it'll be directed different, but the atmosphere would be the main selling point, at least for me. In this case, stage 130, we are finally done with it. 25 free orbs, we'll take those. And as always, what we are going to do to wrap up the video, not do this just yet. I'm going to upload that later today. Let's go ahead and use 50 of these gold tickets. Now, we are currently in save mode for the anniversary, and I don't want to use my Brave Soul summon tickets. I'm kind of saving them right now. My goal is to get 3k. The 4 to 5 star summon tickets I don't really care that much about. So let's go ahead and use 50. I don't want to use 100. Hopefully, though, we can at least get a 5-star, right? Because that would be kind of awkward and embarrassing, wouldn't it? We're getting animation, so we are getting a 5-star. Can we get a good animation, though? It's going to be a fake out. It's an Orihime fake out, not what you want to see, but we're only doing 50 pulls here. And who we're going to get? Yumichika? Ugh. Ugh. That's not good. That's not good. I don't want to see Yumichika anymore. I already pulled him. The question is, though, can we get a 2-1? With Orihime fake out, it's still possible? Unfortunately, not. In that case, pretty much transcended points, right? He can resurrect, so unfortunately, it's not trans points. Instead, I'm going to feed the dupe because any resurrectable character now, I want to at least get to 3-5. Because if I ever want to get them 5-5, I can just use them in the special move trial quest. Either way, lads, that was the video for today. Going over the next 5 stages of Gate to Oblivion. Stage 126 all the way to stage 130. I've been putting it off a lot now, but later this week, hopefully, right, we'll see how it goes. But the idea is to start streaming on my old account, going through Gate to Oblivion. We made it to stage 50 in one stream, and that was like 4 months ago. So for our next stream, we're going to try and go from 50 to 100. And then after that, maybe try and make it to 130 in our own time. Or through another stream. We'll see how it does go. Either way, hope you enjoyed the video. Still as next time, take care and peace.